Hello, this is the Daylighter, a old excursion steam locomotive that used to run from San Francisco to Los Angeles between 1937 and 1955. This one was running through Redding, California in 1991 from Los Angeles all the way up to Portland, Oregon, where it now resides at the Oregon Rail Heritage Center. It's the last remaining steam locomotive of its kind. In 1991, when I saw this train heading south, running parallel to the California 273 highway between Redding and Arizona, it was billowing smoke, so much smoke, that at first I thought it was a wildfire in the distance. The maximum speed of this locomotive was 100 miles an hour. The Amtrak Coast Starlighter eventually took over, and it runs from Seattle to Los Angeles. But in its day, the Daylighter had was provided water by water towers such as this one in San Luis Obispo, which is still there to this day and is sometimes used when the Daylighter was moving south. There used to be water towers like this everywhere up and down the west coast, not only for the Daylighter but for the steam engines that ran the freight as well. And this is the Coast Starlight back in the 1990s, running across the trestle over by San Luis Obispo. The steam engine locomotives would have traveled this route. This is a 1990s shot of a Amtrak passenger train coming out of a tunnel at Cuesta Grade. I would have loved to have taken a photograph of seeing the Daylighter come through this same tunnel, coming out of it. The smoke, though, would have been suffocating to the engineers in the cab, which is why they built a special locomotive with the cab forward and the smokestack in the back to carry the freight trains up and over the Sierra. Those tunnels were very long, and sometimes by the time the train went through, the engineers were dead because of suffocation. That's why they built the cab forwards. That kind of a locomotive is still on display at the Sacramento Railroad Museum in Old Town Sacramento. But the Daylighter never had to go through all that. It did run from 1975 to 76 as it pulled the Freedom train during the American Bicentennial. Over 30 million people saw it and were delighted by it. This particular 1991 excursion The seats went for $200 a piece, and mostly wealthy passengers and news crews were on board this train as it went up to Portland. This is the mile-long trestle that went across the Sacramento River in Redding, California. It was a sight to behold as it came across. If you're ever in Portland, Oregon, go check it out. Oregon Rail Heritage Center.